going for 53 seconds, so I should be live.
All right, here we go. We're going to start. Looks like the starting line will be Miller at center, Frericks and Varespi at wing, and Katie and Frost on D. See if they start this game out with a bang. Frericks has the puck. Fremont recovers into their zone. Throws it out, hits one of their players, chips around Katie.
What?
Frericks back to help. Frericks tries to check out. Fremont collects. Roman is working to chip out. Oh, centered puck from Fremont. Frost goes to collect. Chips out of the zone, just barely. Fremont regains and heads back into the zone.
What?
Fremont pass and swinging a whiff. Frost recollects, bangs in the corner. Frericks back there to help out. Fremont recollects. Puck on net. Grady makes a save, another save. Macheda is in net and doing well already. Looking for another line change. It's going to be Diamond at center, Meister and Basham at wing, Caniglia and Moffitt on D. Moffitt is back playing with us after an injury, so will be back, and all of our players are here today. A win from Diamond, back to Vinny. Vinny circles it back around to Moffitt. Teagan tries to work the puck out of the zone, and he does. Looking for center up to Diamond through the legs. Fremont's D misses. Diamond chases it in. Off the wall. Fremont collects. Leaves the zone. Vinny goes for a poke check. Misses. But Fremont is unable to collect, but then gets an extra shot on net. Missed the net. Went wide. Moffitt passes up to Diamond. Diamond out to the point. And offsides on Fremont. New line change. This will be Miller at center, Ives at wing, and Barry at wing. We may be down looks like we are down a wing. That's why. It looks like we're missing Jones this evening. So they'll have 2 centers for the night, 3 sets of wings. Miller wins the puck back to Ives. Ives taking it in, but gets stripped by Fremont. Fremont coming through the neutral zone. Simpson pokes. Keeps it out. Should be offsides in my opinion, but Ives goes back, plays it around the wall. Barry needs to get there. Miller goes to poke. Barry chips out. Offsides on Fremont. It was a quick line change off to Diamond at center, Varespi and Frericks at wings, Simpson and Meyer at defense. Diamond wins the puck forward. Fremont collects. Varespi kicks the puck off his feet. Frericks collects, enters the zone. Looks for a shot, goes wide, off the goalie's glove. Diamond collects in the corner. Plays back, looks for a centering pass. And, nice backhand from Frericks and from Varespi. But it goes under the Fremont's pads and is saved. Line back up, Diamond at center. Goes to win the puck back. Fremont wins the faceoff, tries to leave the zone. Simpson collects, makes a pass up through the legs of Fremont. Diamond collects, looking for an out front pass. It gets through.
Oh no,
Looks like Fremont leaves the puck at the blue line. and thrown back in by Meyer. Fremont chips out. Fremont up the wall. Free. Throws the puck back into the neutral zone. Frericks tries to poke through Borja. Diamond recollects. And now Fremont's got it. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Fremont, go. Again, back and forth. There goes Katie, passes it up. No ice. Fremont throws it around the wall. Meister tries to collect but misses. Frost throws it back in deep. Meister looks for a centering pass. Blocked by Fremont. Fremont collects the puck with their breakout into the neutral zone. Miller breaks it up, but Fremont still collects. Dumps it into the zone. Katie tries to make a backhand over to Frost. Frost up the wall to Basham. Basham out. Oh, almost out. Still not out of the zone. Throws it back up. Fremont collects. But stripped by Miller. Miller goes in. Miller shoots right in the chest of the goalie. And it is saved. Miller at center. Meister and Basham at wing. Katie and Frost on D. Miller wins the face-off. Collects, a little toe drag, tries to center it out. Frost makes it to the puck and dumps it around the corner. Basham on the wall. Katie dumps it back in. Meister goes to collect behind the net. Centers the puck out, but it's poked by the Fremont goaltender. Basham makes a nice little chip shot and blocked by Fremont. New line, it'll be Diamond, Barry, and Ives. Diamond on center. Diamond goes to win the faceoff. Over to Ives. Off to Barry. Moffitt gets a shot. Goes off a Fremont player onto the wall. Barry tries to hold the wall. Moffitt to Barry. Barry takes a shot and collected by the Fremont goaltender. All right, Diamond take the faceoff. Wins back to D. Moffitt over to Caniglia. Caniglia bounces one off the goalie's pads. Ives plays the puck off. Diamond collects. Barry goes to the center of the net. Ives. Diamond looks to center it, but it doesn't make it through. Barry goes to the wall to help. Barry down. Going to try to hold. Moffitt holds the line. Win out to Diamond. Diamond takes a shot. Off center. Goes around the net. Ives collects. Throws it back behind the wall for Diamond. Diamond goes back. Fremont recollects. Throws it out of the zone. Moffitt holds the line. Back in the corner to Ives. Back out to Moffitt. Moffitt shoots wide. Barry off to the puck. But kind of misses his tap. Fremont collects through the neutral zone. Looking for a dump. Caniglia back to the ball boards to collect. And Lancers come out with the puck. Goes back around the other side, making him skate a little bit. Looks to the wall where Verespi is there. Makes a chip shot up, but Fremont holds the line. Back behind the net to Moffitt. Moffitt up to Frericks, but held by Fremont again. And back around the net. Verespi to Caniglia to Miller. Miller chips around and draws a penalty. Frericks gets his chance to take it in. Dekes the defenseman. Throws it on net. It's still loose. And gets another chance. And another chance. And another chance. It's still a delayed penalty for Fremont. Fremont gets the puck, and they will be going to the box for tripping. Yep, there's a tripping call. So, new line. Miller on center still. Frericks and Basham is the power play line, and with Simpson and Meyer on defense. Miller goes to take the face-off. Miller wins the face-off back to Basham. Basham shoots. Rebound, but unable to get another shot on it. Frericks collects. Centers the puck, but Fremont collects and throws it out. Meyer almost holds it, but able to turn it before Fremont gets too much of a breakaway. Fremont throws the puck back to the neutral zone. Basham to Miller. Miller goes to the side, looking for a way to the front. Looks like Fremont's getting another penalty. Or offsides. Just offsides. Okay. It's a really late call. I'm not sure what they saw there and why it took so long, but oh well. Meyer to Simpson. Simpson to Fremont. Fremont carries in. Meyer goes for the poke, but Frericks is able to come back and break up the play. Frericks tries to break it out. Fremont collects. Back to Miller. It's a little 3-on-2 coming in hard. Off to Basham. Basham goes to shoot, but it misses the puck. Fremont comes back the other way. Cross goes to attack. Misses. Fremont centers, but nothing is made of that. Basham up, but broken up by Fremont. Shot on goal and tipped. Tipped by our defender, which threw off Grady, and it sent the puck into the net. That's all right. That happens. They're going to be mad about that, but that's all right. It'll happen, and we'll get it back. So puck thrown on the net by Fremont. Lancer player tips the puck and makes a bounce into the net. New line. We got Diamond out on center. Barry and Meister, I believe, out on wings, and Katie and Frost on D. The Fremont team is very loud. Diamond wins to Meister. Meister back out. Katie collects, hands it to Meister. Meister throws it back to the wall where Barry collects, enters the zone. Over to Meister. Meister puts one right back in, so there's the quick answer. Assist from Barry over to Meister. Meister makes a nice backhand pass on the goalie into the net. And that's why you can't get too mad about the little things that happen. All right, same line, still out. Diamond will take the face-off. Diamond goes to collect. Frost to Katie. We're still poking through to Fremont. Fremont's got a chance. And Grady snags the puck out of the net. It looked like it was going high, but Grady was able to get a glove on it and make the save. Looks like it'll be just a couple kids change. Barry's still out. Miller and Diamond Ives on wing. Frost collects behind the net, pokes up to Barry. Barry takes a look. He's going to need to do something quick with it. There you go, chip up the neutral zone. It's going to be an ice. No ice. Ives is able to chase it in and help. Barry holds the wall. Comes out with the puck, looks for a centering pass. Out to Ives. Ives, just barely strays through the crease. Frost goes to collect, throws it on net. Barry's not able to hold it for the shot. Barry chases the player out. Holds the line. Fremont carries the puck out. Fremont gets poked by Katie. Katie makes his way into the neutral zone, through into the zone. Fremont gets A pass off Ives' stick, which keeps it in the zone. Fremont collects, carries through the neutral zone. Katie chips it off their stick, but is knocked over. Ives gets it from Barry. Ives is still fighting for it out in the neutral zone. Fremont collects, pretty bunched up. Fremont goes to the wall and back around the net where Varespi collects, runs into the ref. And now Caniglia is gaining it back to Varespi. Varespi looks for a pass out of the zone to Miller. Collected by Frericks, who just can't quite get it by Fremont. Caniglia collects, but doesn't make that pass out of the zone. Fremont tries to center the puck, but not able to. Fremont recollects, redirects it toward the net, but misses. The Lancers go into pressure. Puck gets centered toward the net, but missed. Fremont gets another try, and Grady makes the save. New forward line will be Diamond on center, Basham, and Meister on wings. Moffitt and Caniglia on D. Meister collects the puck around the net. Takes a look, out to the wing, Basham up the wall. Doesn't make it out of the zone, past the D. Diamond goes to help collect. And leaves the zone, but Fremont's able to poke it off their stick. Fremont breaks into their defense zone. Takes a shot, saved by Grady. Macheda. Diamond wins the puck back to Caniglia. Caniglia looks to go one way, goes back around the net. Ramped up the way to Basham. We need to stop waiting for the puck to come to us. We need to get to the puck. As Meister goes to clear. Basham collects. Takes a look. Oh, we got to be quick. We got to be quicker with it. Basham stripped from the puck. Fremont goes to take it in, but is back out of the zone. Diamond on a little 1-on-2. Basham trailing behind to come help. He's going to recenter. Looks for the wraparound goal, but struggling to get the puck in. We need to make those passes. Teagan was right there with an open goal ready to go. Everyone wants the wraparound, though. New forward line. Looks like it'll be Miller, Barry, and Ives. Simpson and Meyer on D. Miller wins the puck, gets lost in the ref's skates. Miller takes a shot off to the wall. Fremont tries to clear. Barry breaks up a little, but still cleared past the D. Ives collects, passes up to Miller, but Miller bobbles. Miller still collects. Ives grabs the puck, enters the zone, dumps it deep. He's being pressured. Barry chases the puck. He needs to get there quick, and he keeps it back behind the net. Ives collects, takes a look, off to Barry. Barry wasn't ready for it. Fremont collects, skates out. Breaks through the zone, and Simpson collects the puck. Takes a chip up the wall to Barry. Barry goes up and around. Skating, skate. Fremont collects on D. Tries to make the breakout, but they stop their own progress. Ives dumps back behind the net. No one's chasing. Barry goes off the ice. Brought in by Frericks. And that's the end of the period. 1-1. Fremont versus the Lancers. 1-1 at the end of the first period. All right, Lancers line back up. And there is the ruckus that is Fremont. Diamond takes the face-off. One back to Frericks. Frericks dumps it back up the neutral zone. Goes to collect. Puck is pitched backhand out of the ice rink. And they are trying to figure out how to get the puck up the wall from the net. Little comedy of errors going on here, and we're there. All right, we've recollected the puck. Come on, Wes, you got to show the people what they want to see, all the trouble that getting the puck out. All right, Fremont wins, enters the zone. Tries to center the puck, but it's unable to. Fremont recollects behind the net, recenters the puck, but no one there to help out. Katie tries to collect, but falls over. Katie gets the stick back on it, but Fremont is able to break through. Diamond clears up to Frericks, but held by the Fremont defender. And out into the neutral zone. Frericks attacks the puck. And it is dumped back deep by Fremont. Recollected by Frost. Frost up to Rome or Verespi in the skates of Diamond. Diamond still collects. Oh, now we're offsides. It's a good attempt. Nice pass. Just didn't quite make it to where we needed it. And it was offside, so we'll take the face-off outside of the zone. Miller, Barry, Basham out on the line. It's not the normal line, so I think they're a little confused. Caniglia and Moffitt on D. One back to Caniglia. Caniglia over to Moffitt. Moffitt up to Barry. Barry is unable to collect. Fremont gets it out of the zone. Fremont back through the neutral zone. A lot of pressure from Miller. Miller recollects the puck. Off on the way to the net. Look, Basham collects off of a little poke check. Back around the net. Recenters the puck. Barry almost has it, but not quite. Moffitt shoots, but off of a Fremont player and off into the wall. Barry goes to collect. Caniglia falls over at the line, so unable to hold. Moffitt recollects the puck. Skates behind the net. Takes a look. Oh, stopped by Fremont on the breakout. All right, Basham ends up with the puck. Up to Miller. Miller on a breakaway. Oh, spin move. Spin-o-rama, but lost the puck. Takes another look. Barry needs to get hard in front of the net. Oh, there we go. Recollected. But he loses the puck. Everyone's having some trouble tonight. Off to Basham. Basham goes throw deep. Miller looks like he's hurt. Barry needs to get in there, help out while one of our players is changing. Fremont makes the breakout. We're unable to hold the line. Fremont through the neutral zone and dumps off a Creek. Creek chips to the wall. Off to Barry. Barry's needs to skate a little harder. Barry goes to center. Fremont holds the line. Creek throws back to Barry. Back to the Fremont defender. And a pretty weak shot on Macheda is able to block. Yeah, if you're going to throw the puck up the wall too many times, try something different. All right, Fremont collects with a shot and a sick little glove save from Grady. Nice work, Macheda. Lancers are going to need to turn up some heat to get their feet moving here. Frericks collects after the faceoff. He's attacked through the zone, but he almost loses it, gets a shot off. Gloved by the goalie and dropped. Fremont collects, throws the puck toward the end of the zone. Diamond blocks the puck. Fremont now has the puck in the neutral zone. Simpson tries to work the magic off, but puck is centered. Grady kicks it out front. Luckily, someone's there to collect, and it wasn't Fremont. I got Creek up to Diamond. Diamond backhand shot. That goes wide. Varespi goes in the wall to collect. Tries to chuck the puck in the middle. Puck does make it to the middle. Diamond makes a shot. Blocked by the goalie. Fremont collects back to the neutral zone. Frericks gets a stick on it. Creek goes to the wall. Passes it up, but held by... Oh, not quite held by the defense. D to D from Fremont. Fremont ships up, collected, and entered in the zone. Fremont gets a shot, but blocked by Meyer. Varespi throws the puck up past the defender. And Frericks goes to pressure. Simpson recollects the puck, heads back behind the net, looking for an outlet, but no one's there on the wing to help. Oh, there they are. Ives is there to help out. A couple players poke the puck around. Still can't quite leave the zone. Exit and back in by Fremont. Fremont tries to center the puck, but unable to. Now it gets centered up, but no one's there. Simpson's putting a little pressure on Fremont. And they're looking for a centering pass. Swing and a whiff. They get their centering pass the second time. Frericks backhands and then just makes an icing to get the line change. Got some tired boys. All right, a little bit of a line change. Looks like Barry, Basham, and Miller. Miller will take the face-off. And we got Katie and Frost on D. Miller, Fremont wins the face-off back, takes the shot behind the net. Katie collects up to Barry. Barry's looking for a way out, but just not enough, hard enough. But he blocks it with his hand, almost gets it out. Fremont chips it back behind the net. Goes to collect. Basham's there to help out. He goes to make a chip pass, but nothing happens. They're fighting over it in the corner. Katie comes to help. Katie goes to throw it up the wall. Fremont holds the line. Thrown back up to the wall, where Katie backhands it to Fremont, who gets a shot. Would have probably off net, but Grady makes a nice little save to stop the play. Same line. Miller takes the face-off, wins it back to Katie. Katie back around the net. And makes a little fake play. Basham makes a chip up the wall, but not out. Lancers are just not... There we go. We got a pass up from Katie to Miller. Miller goes in one-on-one. Loses the puck, but regains. Centers it back up. Barry goes to collect. Throws it on net, but wide. Fremont collects. Barry comes into attack. Frost plays the Fremont player off the wall. Katie collects and goes backhand, but no one is there. They all peeled out the other direction. Miller gets dumped. Looks like a penalty on Fremont. If you keep your feet moving, these other players will trip you. So keep your feet moving all the time. All right, new line. Diamond on center. Frericks and Varespi on wings. Moffitt, Caniglia on D. One back to Moffitt. Moffitt loses it. Oh, but chips to the wall and is fine. Goes to get it deep. Diamond helps. Frericks then kicks it deep. Off to Diamond. Diamond centers the puck to Roman, who is just not quite to get it on his forehand. Puck is thrown up in the air and back on net. Varespi tries to make that shot. Goalie collects, and Fremont makes a save.
Way to dig, Roman. Way to dig.
A win by Diamond. Oh, but Fremont gets it back. Sends it up the wall, where Junior Lancers collect. Center back out front. Tip toward the goal, and the goalie pushes it to the behind the wall. Diamond recollects. Tries to send it out to the point. Doesn't happen. But Moffitt is able to hold the line. Diamond gets a shot, but missed. Oh my God! He goes to collect on his forehand, and because of that, the goalie had enough time to make a hell of a save. If he would have used his backhand for his little chip easy tap in, he'd have had it. But he went to put it back on his forehand. Took too long, and the goalie made a save. Speed is everything here, boys. You gotta make quick decisions. All right, new line: Miller, Barry, Ives, Meyer, and Simpson. Miller takes the face-off, wins back to Barry, who gets a little bit of a loft shot. It gets bounced around. Barry gets another shot up high, but blocked by the defenseman, or by the goalie, sorry. Fremont through the neutral zone with speed, but blocked and left out to dry. Fremont heads back in, takes a shot, blocked by Meyer off his body, goes back behind the net, tries to throw up the wall. Wing is too deep. Ives needs to be on the wall and is too far back. Fremont gets another shot. Almost a screen on the goalie, but Grady is able to see it and get his glove on it. Our offense was playing too low, which caused for no attempt at the breakout on that side. Miller takes the face-off. Tries to win through the ref's skates. Fremont collects and dumps behind the net. Simpson picks it up, makes a attempted move, but it kind of slows everything down. Unable to get it behind the net. Meyer wraps it around. Barry should be there on the wall to help it out, but he is not moving fast enough. Back to Meyer. Meyer goes back again. Looks for the outlet pass, but up to Barry, who was faked into going the other way as well. Fremont recollects, throws the puck behind the net. Simpson takes a look, but there's no wings there to help him, so he just chucks it out anyway. Held by Fremont. Fremont dumped back in. Barry gets a chance at it here, at least to leave the zone. But he's unable to make it happen. Fremont recollects. It gets stripped. Meyer, frustrated, sends one flying around the outside past the defender. And looks like the Lancers will collect and carry through into the attack zone. Ives centers the puck to Miller, but Fremont stops it. It goes off Barry's skate as it leaves the zone. So Barry helps keep it in the zone. Well, maybe not the best way, but worked out. Meister now out with the puck. It's going to take a shot off the goalie. Kicks it to the corner. Ives back around the horn. And Meister into the corner to collect. Miller trying to help out, but just not quite able. Meister makes a poke and then is dropped to the ground. Goalie batters puck back in, sends back out front. Man, it is getting lost all over here. Fremont recollects. Makes their way out of the zone.
Good stick.
Poke check from Frost to Miller. Miller is then tripped, but no tripping call. Back behind the Fremont goal. Fremont chucks up the wall, collected by Diamond, and back. Oh, but stripped from him. The Lancers bang off each other. We got to keep our heads up. Frost is there to collect. Take a look. Head around the net. No one's there, so he goes back the other way. Takes a look for going back the other way. Maybe not. Oh, sends it back around the wall to Diamond. Diamond on the wall. Coming out to the neutral zone. With speed, but they're offside. Oh, they're going to call it fair. It was offsides for sure. Frost is there to hold the line. Nice little throw on the net. Meister makes a poke. Messed around with Diamond out here. He's got the puck. Frost tries to take a diving shot toward the net, but it goes wide. Back in the corner, Lancers fighting for it. Fremont carries the puck out through the neutral zone. Basham's there to try to help stop it. The puck ends up behind the net, now on the wall. Frost taking a look. Their players throwing hands from over top of Frost. It should be a penalty, but it's not. Back out to Diamond. Fremont's there fighting for it. Our player is holding them, which he should not be, and no one's calling that either. Caniglia up to Meister. Meister to Diamond, but Diamond couldn't collect. Oh, but because of the bash from Fremont, he's able to collect. Deke, shoot, and save by Fremont. Roman tries to collect and shoot. Takes a little extra second, which caused them to get a stick on it. Fremont leaves the puck in the neutral zone and ends up offsides. Too much stick handling. It really does look like these kids spent a whole day at school right before this. All right, new line. Miller, Frericks, Varespi, and Moffitt and Caniglia on D. Frericks goes up through, poked off by Fremont. Oh, too much stick handling. We're losing the puck. Goes back behind the net. Miller takes a look on the wall. We need to start using the point. There we go. Oh, but taking too long at the point to make a decision. I think we were still in. Puck at best left the zone in the air and landed back in the zone, but it's offsides. Miller takes the face off. Fremont wins it, but Lancers recollect. Varespi dumps it in. Fremont goes back, sends it around the wall. Oh, leaves it around on the back of the wall. Frericks goes to pressure. Varespi collects before Fremont could. And Roman is going out front. Let's see what he does. All right, Fremont recollects after a little collision. Fremont pushing through the neutral zone. And they're letting Borja shoots. Grady makes a leg save to the corner. Miller collects. Tries to send it up to Frericks, but unable to. Over to Rome. Varespi comes on in. Going back behind the net. Oh, makes a move for the center, but no one is here. Defense is changing. There's a good change time, but not a good time for a pass back there. Simpson up to Frericks. Frericks attempt at Miller. Blocked by Fremont. And it is the end of the second period. Still 1-1. Not for lack of trying. The Fremont goalie definitely has made some saves that if we were a little quicker, we'd have them in. End of the second period, 1-1, Lancers versus Fremont. All right, beginning of the third period. Looks like it's going to be Diamond, Barry, Ives on forward, Simpson, and Meyer on D. Here comes the noise that is Fremont again. Simpson makes a move. Barry collects, but just throws the puck in because he falls. Fremont goes back behind their net, pressured by Ives. Ives almost gets a stick on it. Fremont breaks through the zone. And Fremont collects with speed, goes to make a shot, but blocked by Diamond. Diamond throws up the wall, but no one is on the wall to collect the puck. Kind of forgetting our positioning, it looks like. Fremont goes back behind the net, tries to center out front. No one there. Defense gets a piece, but hits their own player. Barry is now in a one-on-one, now at 1-on-2. Throws a backhand toward the net, but it's just centered behind. Diamond collects in the corner. Throws out front. Barry tries to collect, but misses. Fremont is making a pass up to what looks to be one of their fastest players, but back to the D. D sends it back out of the zone. Fremont. The Lancers carry it back into our zone. Chip it back up to Fremont. It's a nice little game of pass. And Fremont throws the puck in for an icing, but no ice. Because why not? Meyer up to Varespi, or Frost up to Varespi. Varespi goes back behind the net. We need someone on the breakout, but Fremont is there to stop it. Fremont gets a shot into Frost's throat or neck or something, and he heads to the bench. Simpson takes the puck, makes a pass up, but Fremont holds it again. Thrown back into Frost as he leaves the zone, the poor guy. Simpson back behind the net, collects. He's got a second to make a decision. Out to Varespi, who can't break through the defensive zone. We're not lifting the puck. We got to learn how to chip the puck up the wall. These kids are having some struggle with that. Diamond goes to break through, but Fremont recollects. Varespi punches it into the zone. Fremont throws it back out of the zone. Caniglia catches. Looks for a pass up to Katie. Katie makes a pass to Frericks, who gets some speed under him. Miller headed to the net with Frericks. A little toe drag, shot and goal. There was a whistle, but we didn't hear it. Could have been a nice little pass and tap in by Miller, but it was a shot by Miller or Frericks, blocked by the Fremont goaltender. Miller lines up for the face-off. Frericks and Meister and Basham on wings. Katie Caniglia on D. Fremont wins the face-off back. Tries to get it out of the zone. Held by Katie, who throws it back behind the net. Basham back behind the net to collect. Takes a look. Centers the puck. No one there. Our guys are too deep, and there are two defenders between them. Fremont breaks through Caniglia, but Katie is there to help. Basham gets a stick or a foot on it and falls. And there's Miller. Goes up the wall, but still struggling by Fremont, putting pressure on him to keep it in the zone. Back behind the net. Katie collects. Sends it up the wall to Basham. Basham did not have his head up to see the pass, and now he's fallen. I don't know if it's the ice or what today, but these kids have fallen, and Miller, Miller from Meister. Meister makes a move, and he gets a nice little tap in. You get these goalies to bite, they move. Makes for easy goals if you can do it. Nice pass from Meister up to Miller. Miller scores. All right, new line. It'll be Barry and Ives on wings. Diamond at center. Moffitt and Frost on D. Diamond goes to win the faceoff. Barry collects. What's he going to do with it? Make a nice little dump toward the net. Fremont throws the puck up the wall. Frost there to hold the line and does a great job. Pokes the puck into the corner. Fremont chucks the puck up, but Frost collects, throws it right back. We got to get someone low behind there if we're going to keep that up. Barry goes to the wall to help. He does collect it. Centers the puck. We get a little chip and tap. The goaltender covers the puck, and our player gets knocked over. Ives gets knocked over by the Fremont defenders. They're going to line back up and try again. Kids are having trouble staying on their feet today. I don't know if the ice is just cut funny or what. Diamond takes the face-off. Oh, everyone's cheating at the face-off dot, and they're cheating again. Fremont goes to win, but collected by the Lancers, and Barry just doesn't quite get a stick on it. Up to the point. That's the good use of the point. Makes a backhand shot in. Collected. It leaves the zone. A little scrum. I'm going to think he called offsides or something. Let's see what happened. Ives runs into the ref on the way back to the bench. All right. So it'll be offsides. New forward line. Miller, center. Varespi, Frericks. Wings. Meyer, Simpson on D. Oh, we are not sure what to do with it once we hear puck's dropped. Looks like Fremont's going to carry it into the zone. A lot of stick handling, but it's working. Gillespie tries to make a chip pass up, but nothing. Goes for the puck. Miller is able to clear the puck out to Frericks, who keeps it on the end of his stick. Tries to dangle through, but they get a poke check. Miller recenters the puck, but off the Fremont defender. Roman tries to keep the puck back in, but unable to. Simpson recollects. And again, Fremont's able to dump the puck into our zone. Meyer back to collect. Taking a look up the wall, but our wing is too deep again. Trying to help out, but Fremont sends a shot off their own player, blocked and into the corner. Miller gets a poke check out, carrying it through the neutral zone. Frericks there, or Gillespie there to help. He tries to screen. Oh! Miller shoots, hits the back of Gillespie, which almost trickles into the goal, but just barely missed. It was a good screen, but the puck ended up right where the player was. Meyer has the puck, sends it back to Simpson. Good little D-to-D pass. Up the wall to Gillespie, who goes through his legs. Fremont collects and chucks it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Collected by Fremont, who comes in, stays hard on his stick, and keeps the puck on. But collected by the Lancers, who throw the puck up. Tipped by Fremont, so no ice. And we'll get a line change. Miller trying to put the pressure on him, and he does. Basham there to try to help, but not quite quick enough. Fremont collects. Gets it into the neutral zone. Chips past our defender. Gains some speed into the corner. Tries to center it up, but Katie uses his foot to hold it back. Katie recollects. Makes a little chip pass up. Basham on the wall to collect. Tries to throw it out, but Katie ends up helping it out. Up to Miller. Meister and Miller together here. Miller goes to make a move. Out to point. Caniglia gets a nice little shot. Tipped by Miller. And the Fremont goaltender, it covers the puck. The Lancers have a lot more opportunity to use their D and pass the puck out to the point, but we are constantly just throwing pucks into the middle, hoping for luck. They need to start passing out to the D, or we are not going to get the movement we need from the Fremont players. Fremont recollects, tries to throw out front. Basham blocks the puck, dances around, takes a shot, but into the back of the player. Collected by Diamond. Diamond tries to center, but off the puck, back behind the net. Fremont sends it out, but held by Katie, and tapped by Katie again. Still held by Katie. Collected by Diamond out of the air. Chip back in. Puck goes down. Caniglia goes to collect. Spins. Oh, but loses the puck. Unable to throw it out. It goes out front. A little bit of a scary situation there. Grady makes a great move to hold the line and almost carried out by Lancers. They're going to make a call on Katie for interference. I missed that part of it, but we'll be in the box. So Lancers go on a penalty kill, looking to clear the puck. It's 2-1. Lancers are winning. Diamond takes the face-off. Puck won, but Fremont holds. Blocked by Macheda and trapped. We'll go back to another face-off. It's currently stop clock, so 5:06. We aren't able to just ice the puck and spend some time back and forth skating. With the clock stop, it will mean that we have to play every second of this penalty. Puck is out. Basham goes to put one pressure. Diamond stays back in the neutral zone to help out. Frost and Moffitt hanging back on D. Fremont skates it in, back around the net, but Diamond is on him. Gets off the stick. Fremont holds the line. Send the puck back. Moffitt sends it up and out into the neutral zone. Great way to get it out. Diamond is pressuring the puck. Fremont sends it out front. Fremont does get it, but off of a Lancer player and in back behind the net. Diamond gets it out. Nice little chip out of the zone. Basham skating for it. Fremont makes a little chip pass out, but doesn't quite go too far. Fremont carries the puck in the zone, still on the power play, makes a nice low shot. Macheda gets a block and a cover. 30 seconds left of our penalty. Send a new line of players out here. Miller and Varespi at wings. Simpson and Meyer on D. Miller will take the face-off. Miller wins the puck. Skates behind the net to kill some time. Takes a look. Goes to throw up the wall. And we do make the clear. Their defense isn't able to hold on to it. Burn a couple more seconds. Miller's still there to hold the line. Creek gets a poke check off the player. Fremont recollects, tries to... Oh, Creek gets another poke check away from Fremont. He's going to try to send it up, but unable to. They're centering the puck, trying to poke it through, but unable to. Back behind the net. Simpson makes a chip pass out, but Fremont able to hold the line. Fremont dumps it in, but stopped by Creek. It's getting caught in people's feet here. Tries to make a pass or a shot. Grady able to block it. Puck goes outside the zone. We need to get it out of here. We might need another change. Oh, we're back to full strength. Barry came out. Oh, tries to make the pass. Recollects, misses. Varespi able to get it out. Held by his feet. Kicked up the wall. Tripped. But no call.
No call, right in front of him.
Miller collects. And they're fighting for it on the wall here. Miller gets a piece of it. Goes to dangle through some players, but pressured. Throws behind the net. I is able to recollect. Centers to Barry. Barry gets it. Oh, gets a shot through 3 sticks, though. Not able to make it. Looks for the wraparound goal again. Unable to do so. Back out to point. Meyer able to dump it back. Meyer unable to hold the line the second time. Fremont carries the puck in. And Creek gets a foot on it. Stop the forward progression. Miller gets a piece of it. Carries it up out of the zone. Loses an edge. I think they're going to take offsides here. New forward line, new D line. D will be Katie and Caniglia. Forwards, Diamond, Ives, and Basham. Diamond takes the face-off. One over to Ives. Ives punches it into the zone. Fremont goes behind the net to collect. Backhand chip up, but Ives breaks it up. Tries to center, but it ends up still behind the net. Basham back behind for pressure. Headed out to point. And Fremont able to... They're looking for a interference call or something, but nothing happened. Katie unable to settle it down, but he's able to keep it on his stick. Katie through Basham. Katie centers the puck to Diamond, who takes a look, re-centers and shoots high and wide over the net. Katie still in the zone, goes to center it back up. Nice, easy pass, but no one's there to collect. Katie on the back check gets involved. Again, nice little poke back. And Fremont collects into the zone. Caniglia trying to put pressure on him. Ives goes back to help. Diamond is going to try to set it out. Fremont holds again. Diamond sends it again with Ives. Put their power together. Maybe we'll get it out here. Unable to. It's just a little back and forth, back and forth. Someone needs to get a piece of it. Katie is going back behind the net to help out. Tries to lift the stick. The puck is just being bobbled left and right. You can tell these kids have already had a day of learning both sides. It's not quite the game we're used to seeing. Fremont makes the beautiful pass. Tries to set it up. Cannot get a clean shot on the forehand. Diamond tries to carry out, but stripped. Fremont centers, but Katie blocks. Katie plays back into the corner. Katie and Diamond helping the puck out. Oh, that through a shoulder. That's a check, but no penalty. Someone's getting a little frustrated. And not until next year. And let's see what the hell's going on. Oh, are they going to... Nothing. They're just offsides. All right, new line out. Miller, Varespi, Frericks on forwards. Moffitt, Frost on D. That's the end of the game. Lancers win 2-1 against Fremont. It's a good win, but they are going to have to play stronger than that tomorrow if they want to keep winning. Good game. Thanks for watching.